I don't know if you might have noticed, but I kind of fancy myself a little bit of a sci-fi fan. So this story kind of hits me a little bit. I tend to dabble in both the realms of Star Trek, Star Wars, hell, Babylon 5, The Expanse, Stargate, Farscape. I mean, you name it, I probably have watched it. Point is, I love sci-fi. So this morning I wake up and I see the news of Gina Carano. And I think, all right, what kind of stupid thing has she said already? What did she do this time? Well, it turns out she got fired for making some pretty ridiculous statements and comparisons. So now the latest tweet wasn't actually her first. She had actually previously tweeted out some things that a lot of people found to be transphobic, not listing pronouns and actually listing some mocking pronouns like beep, bop, boop, or whatever. So that's not cool. She's also talked about, anti-masker, anti-vax stuff, and even, supported the unproven assertions of voter fraud. And so that's super, super problematic. We're not having a good time here, all right, with Gina Carano. And so Disney, they asked her, keep it down. We know you've got these conservative opinions, right? But hey, why don't you watch what you say in public on your social media, because you're a big name. You're tied to a really big show, to a big franchise, and guess what? What you do reflects on us. And what we want to do, we want to make money. That's Disney's, keep it real. Disney wants to make money. Disney loves money. And so, understandably, they want to make sure that certain opinions that are unpopular with the mass amount of people don't get out and make the company look bad so they don't lose money. So unfortunately for Carano, she could not help herself and had to retweet a post that compared Republicans to being Jewish people in the Holocaust. For Christ's sakes, here we go. She just broke Godwin's law. Why is it that whenever somebody breaks Godwin's law, it's usually a Republican complaining about, oh, cancel culture? Here we go. Here we go. I'm sorry, did we miss the part where the state went and grabbed all the Republicans and shoved them in camps? Did we miss that? I mean, we've got camps in the border, but they're for brown people. And so I don't see where they're keeping all the Republicans, even though they keep warning about it every single time the Democrats in office. Suddenly you've got these conspiracy theories where you've got Jade Helm and you've got the Ted Cruz warning about people getting shoved into Hobbit homes from Agenda 21. How come it never seems to happen? Because you know what? Hobbit homes are actually pretty freaking nice. If you've ever watched Lord of the Rings, which I have. Anyway, it's frustrating to me as a sci-fi fan. As a fan of sci-fi and fantasy and good entertainment in general, to see when people who, play these roles end up spouting ridiculous and horrible opinions. And of course, unfortunately, we have a strain of Republicans, conservative people, and just reactionary edgelords on YouTube that think that somebody disagreeing with their dog shit takes and refusing maybe even to do business with them is somehow tantamount to crystal knocked. It's not. And by the way, the ideas aren't bad because they're different. The ideas are bad because they hurt people. Being transphobic hurts people. Being racist hurts people. Okay? Being an anti-vaxxer, anti-masker, it hurts people by spreading, of course, disease. It hurts people. I am against hurting people, okay? I like to be on the side of not hurting people. I like to be on the side of helping people, okay? Especially vulnerable people, all right? But unfortunately, what these conservatives love to do is claim that they're victimized. Whenever somebody speaks out for those who have traditionally been disempowered in this country, and that's what's frustrating. And they do this by either mocking or attacking said group. And when good people push back and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't say these awful things about this group of people, then they claim censorship, and then they claim cancel culture, and what have you. All right? And so it ends up being a transparently stupid game. And so, and the thing is, Gina Carano, her character, Cara Dune, I liked Cara Dune, okay? I liked her character. I thought, hey, strong female, badass character, outlaw, she does the right thing at the end of the, at the end of the story. But again, unfortunately, her character, not gonna be there anymore, okay? She killed her own career by saying really dumb things that she didn't have to say in a public forum. Nobody, again, no, okay, nobody says that she couldn't even believe those things, right? I wish she didn't. I wish she didn't. But like, come on. There was no reason for her to just go out and be like, hey, I'm going to make this ridiculously terrible comparison here and then piss off a bunch of people. She had it good. And she messed it up. And messed it up for a lot of people, actually. Because there were a lot of people, a lot of women who actually looked up to her and her character for being a strong female character. Which, by the way, as I'm going to show you, the edgelords who are now defending her to the hilt, those same edgelords used to be against her, the ones that are defending her now. I'll show you that. All right. But first, I'm going to show some angry tweets from some right-wingers. This here is Paul Joseph Watson, who just says, Gina Carano was completely correct. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Okay. Another person says, boycott Disney. This is bullshit. People getting fired for their thoughts and opinions. The free market has spoken, my friend. And apparently her thoughts and opinions turned out to be shit. Just turned out to be shit. Now, here's the best one. This is Anthony, who I assume is furiously typing in between tears. To hell with Disney and Lucasfilm for firing Gina Carano. Everyone should boycott The Mandalorian. It's time to shut down all the SJW scum and their crybaby cancel culture because they're offended by everything. Boycott The Mandalorian now. Somebody has feels. Yeah, feels. For me, look, I have feels. Okay, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed that she ruined a good thing. I enjoy watching this show. I do politics for a living, okay? I enjoy turning down TV and watching some entertainment. And that's what this is, okay? I like watching stuff, and I hate it when this kind of stuff happens because it's annoying and unnecessary. And it brings politics right back into the living room when I'm actually trying to get away from it. So, yeah. I have some feels. I'm disappointed. What do you do? Right? I'm never really happy when I find out that a character that I enjoyed is actually played by somebody who has abhorrent opinions. Sometimes I can look past that because, well, the character isn't necessarily the actor isn't necessarily the character. But there are sometimes, again, when you advocate for hurting people, just with your opinions. And again, she's not directly saying that I want you to hurt trans people, but just denying their identity and playing into transphobic, turfy stuff is just not, it does end up, really adding to an atmosphere that is anti-trans and ends up hurting people. And so that's why I have a problem with this, okay? But anyway, I'm going to show you why this edgelord stuff, right? Because everywhere there are videos popping up from right-wing edgelords on YouTube that are like how they're so big mad, right, over her firing, and how they stand with Gina Carano. Yeah, they stand with her. Well, here's a little bit of this is basically to illustrate how their takes are nothing more than reactionary hot garbage. All right. So this is when is when she was first introduced as a character. Okay? Oh, is Cara Dune a Mary Sue? Again, they asked that about just about every single female character that's been introduced in Star Wars. Mandalorian gets woke, goes broke. And on, right? Oh, Mandalorian Episode 4 review, woke garbage. You can see that, okay? And so that's them before they find out that Gina Carano is a lot like them. Okay? That, hey, don't worry, I'm with you guys. Trump 2020. I don't believe in masks. I don't believe in, I don't believe in coronavirus. It's a hoax. Election, I stole the election. And then now suddenly they're like, oh my God, heart Gina. And then she gets fired for saying some of these stupid things. And of course, the same reactionaries play, this same old tired game. And here's an example of that. These are the new titles out today. The mob wins. Gina Carano fired. Gina fired by Lucasfilm. Cancel culture wins again. I mean, come on. Come on. If you haven't figured it out right now, this is nothing but a grab for some of these people just to be reactionary and to get clicks and views. That's what it is. And so, and look, not to start a huge discussion with the comment section, but guess what? There can be bad writing for female characters in Star Wars. Totally true. And you can criticize the bad writing, and you can say, hey, that actor deserves better. For example, the whole blow up with Finn. I believe that he ended up getting really poor writing in the second and third movies. And so we can agree that, like, hey, Finn got did dirty by Disney. Absolutely, absolutely. And we can have opinions, of course, differing opinions on things like entertainment. But again, when it comes down to it, the problem I have with her is that she hurts people. The things that she says hurts people. Okay, and that's the big problem. And here's the other thing. Okay, is cancel culture real? Yeah, I think it is. It just so happens to be that conservatives are dying to use cancel culture. I mean, they just can't anymore, because here's the thing: they're not in charge anymore. Okay, as far as the social order goes, as far as society goes, we're actually quite progressive. And so that's why these people that claim cancel culture all the time are actually considered to be reactionary, okay? Because they are reacting to this. And they are very, very angry, and there's a lot of sound and fury, and there's also a lot of grifting that's going on too among these edgelords that I don't even think they really care about half the stuff that they talk about, but they gotta talk about something, because there's this outrage culture that they have to feed for people who are, feel like they're left out by change. They don't like change, okay? And so there is cancel culture, yes. And there's also, sometimes on the left where people can get canceled as well, undeservingly. Or, there are those situations as well, and it can be a very nuanced discussion when it comes to this. And so, again, it really comes down to the situation. And really, if you cancel somebody for saying terrible things, you should also be able to uncancel them for saying, for taking those things back and apologizing and actually striving to be a better person. And that's what I think is really progressive. All right. That's it. This story, what it ends up being is just a story about consequences. It's not about free speech. Not necessarily about censorship. She can still say whatever she wants. It's just that she is not free from consequences. And that's what is part of living in a society with other human beings who happen to be different than you. So you can say what you want. You are free, but it doesn't mean you're free from consequence. And that's it. That's all people have to remember. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.